Thank you, everyone, for taking time to tune in today. Today's episode of the Topping Show is proudly sponsored by Topping Technologies. Topping Technologies is an IT value-added reseller and services company with a special proficiency in IT security. Heck, I see their founder at least twice a day. Guys say he's quite handsome and brilliant. He's Musey, that's the joke. If you're an IT leader or business owner, you can reach out to the team at sales@toppingtechnologies.com. Also, still giving away a free flamethrower with every IT purchase with Picatinny rail adapter, so you can mount it to any standard AR-15 like all awesome accessories can be. Go to toppingtechnologies.com and click the flamethrower button to learn more and see me shooting a flamethrower. And lastly, trying to get to 6,000 subscribers by the end of the month, so if you can click that button and tell your friends, I would greatly appreciate it. Now, going over to the business part of the podcast, you have the last car, the stick shift with 5 speeds, coming to an end, unfortunately. Now, this is brought to us thanks to Motor1.com. And here you can see that cute little Nissan. Well, maybe cute in a way that only a mother would love. Now, they say, quote, the last 5-speed manual is dead. The cheapest car in America just got a little more expensive. Well, at least the car is red, so that shows a good color for it. And this is credited to Anthony over at, again, Motor1.com. And he says, quote, manual transmissions aren't as popular as they used to be, and now buyers will have one fewer option going forward. Nissan has allegedly ended production of the manually equipped Versa, killing off the cheapest car you can buy in America today and the last 5-speed on the market. Which is unfortunate because every car by default should have 3 pedals, also known as manual transmission, infinitely more fun to drive, and forces the kiddos and folks to pay attention to the road. Hard to text when you gotta use, your other hand for the stick shift, but I partially digress. They say an unnamed source with, quote, knowledge of the matter revealed to Automotive News that the Japanese automaker has halted making the Versa with the 5-speed manual in, geez Louise, there's like a 3% chance I get this right, Aguascalientes, Mexico factory. Motor One reached out to the Nissan spokesperson for comment about the alleged production stoppage, and the spokesperson confirmed Nissan S manual production will cease while the rest of the Versa lineup continues as usual. This is a statement according to Nissan spokesman saying, quote, we remain committed to offering a lineup that answers the evolving needs of the consumers and maintains Nissan's competitive edge. We are focusing on the most popular Versa grade that deliver the strongest business performance and are in line with what customers are looking for from this type of sedan, unquote. Which, again, it's a Nissan, but again, it does not have the CVT transmission, which I would argue is the worst thing about Nissan in the past 50 years that destroyed their brand reputation because those transmissions were basically disposable. I mean, if only people are buying this stick, they'd be more happy with the Nissan brand, I feel. Now they say, quote, Nissan only offered the manual transmission on the entry-level Versa S, which starts at $18,330. They note that all prices include the $1,140 destination charge for 2025. However, that spec apparently is dead, and Versa S with a I'm gonna start with my mouth. The Nissan Versa S with a continuously variable transmission, also known as a CVT, also known as the grenade that destroyed the brand of Nissan, that will be their cheapest option, now starting at $20,130. It sucks because, again, having a new car in North America for under 20 grand is a rare thing. Quite literally, the last one, and now it's over 20 grand, which, again, every penny counts, especially if you're, depending on your economic level. And shoot, a new car with a warranty is a nice thing to have. I would have argued the only Nissan Versa worth owning is one with a stick shift because their CVT transmissions are so bad. I can't emphasize that enough. That really is what destroyed the Nissan brand for everyone I know, and most business analytics show that those incidents destroyed the faith anyone had in the company. Now, they note that, quote, with new cars prices remaining at all-time high and the new threat of tariffs potentially increasing the cost of making new vehicles, Nissan's more affordable options have been seen an explosive result in sales. The Versa was up, geez Louise, 156% through the first 3 months of 2025. The Sentra, Altima, and Kias all start under 30. We're also up by wide margins, which, if you ever want some funny memes or memes, go to the Facebook page called BAE Energy. It's also known as Big Altima Energy. It is hilarious, and there's a little bit of truth in that, I'm sure. They say, quote, despite the Versa's popularity, the manual only accounted for less than 5% of the model's total sales, according to Automotive News, which, that sucks. And I almost wonder if it's like Ford with the Mustang, where a lot of the dealer lots don't even have it, so there's not that option. I've had a couple of friends where they go to buy a Mustang with a stick shift, obviously, that's how it should be always, but the dealerships didn't have it, and they would have to special order it, or they just go to another dealership, And the more times you gotta move around, go to new dealerships, the less likely you are to buy. I wonder if that was a variable contributing to why there's such a low take rate. So again, only 5% of them were about sticks. So that is pretty low. I mean, that's rough. Now they note that, quote, there's speculation that Nissan will completely discontinue the Versa after the 2025 model year, replacing it with an electric sedan. That apparently is not a joke, but details are murky. The rumor started when the Versa sales were struggling, but the market has changed and the price of new cars are only creeping upward. Now they say while the Versa was the last 5-speed manual on sale in North America, there's still plenty of 6-speed options as well. And 7-speed if you want a C7 Corvette or a newer Porsche. So, and it's one of those things where it's rough. Again, this is the last entry-level stick shift you can get. I'm trying to think of like an affordable stick shift you can get these days. You could debate, even an entry-level Subaru is still pretty, well, to me, pretty penny in terms of, cost. But yeah, I guess the Honda Civic Si, but I mean, that's over 30 grand now. Jeez Louise. I still think that's one of the best bangs for your buck. Granted, you have to spend another $100 on the unit or a third-party piece to, bypass the cylinder deactivation crap. But sad to see this about Nissan. And again, they have to make some tough calls to make sure they turn the company around. It looks like, thankfully for them, short term, their sales are bumping up. But let me know, do you think anyone's going to regret not getting in this with a stick shift? And again, usually once companies take that option away, they rarely ever bring it back. Do you think that third pedal will ever come back to the Nissan Versa? Let me know your thoughts, because as always, be fascinated to hear what you have to say. Thank you everyone for taking time to tune in today. Again, trying to get to 6,000 subscribers by the end of the month, so if you click that button, I greatly appreciate it. Also, give me a thumbs up, thumbs down, or comment. It's a great way to give me some additional feedback, letting me know how I can make the show better and better. Lastly, don't forget to take time to tell your family, tell your friends, tell your coworkers, heck, tell your enemies, anyone and everyone. Just stay safe and fight the good fight.